G'day everyone, Edwin Daniels here from SDG-X.Photo. Today I'll be telling you my story on bullying, its realities and its long-term effects on people. I please ask you all to watch this all the way through to the end so that my message gets across clearly and so that I am in no way misunderstood. All of the events of which I speak about in this film are true. Some small events have been left out as I felt they were not relevant to the subject. This film has not been made for attention seeking or sympathy. This film was created to raise awareness of how you treat other people and how your treatment of them can affect them over the long term. It's very apparent in this day and age that we're told as kids not to care what other people think of how we look and what we do and such, but bullying of any kind, prejudice of any kind can have a serious, long-term and damaging effect on people. Taking your own life is not the worst thing you can do. I grew up in a very poor family who lived in a very rich area of the UK. I was always picked on for being very small in stature, having oversized ears for my body size, and for never having any of the expensive accessories or fashionable labelled sports gear that everyone else at school had. This treatment carried on long into my senior school life. Sadly for me, I didn't develop physically, emotionally, I didn't mature until a lot later on than other people. This is where things took a turn for the worse for me. At senior school I developed severe neurotic depression. This led to me developing a very anorexia. In turn, I didn't eat, hardly slept, drank too much caffeine, smoked too much. I ended up spending a long time walking around in what can best be described as a walking coma. Just repeating the same patterns every day, walking around in a varied or concentric circle, constantly overthinking every single aspect of my life. At the age of 17 I developed osteoporosis. I fell over at college and broke my right hip. Medical professionals ignored the x-rays, telling me that it was only a pulled muscle. So it was only after 4 months of carrying on with life as usual that doctors and everything realised something was wrong because I could neither walk nor stand properly. 2 years later, when I was living in the north of England, I slipped over again and broke my left hip. I was living with a supposed mate at the time, who left me with no money, no food, no gas, no electric, no phone. I had to crawl on my arse up a hill, along a road, to a public payphone to be able to alert my family and emergency services. On recent examination of all my medical conditions, I have been classed officially as an old age pensioner. I have severe fluctuating manic to suicidal depression. I have osteoporosis. I have arthritis in both hips. Irrespective of correct diet and how I exercise, my state will continue to deteriorate. The point I'm trying to make is that bullying and prejudice as a root cause have just about destroyed my life. I now have to live with non-fixable issues that affect my ability to function on a daily basis, affect my ability to get or keep a job, affect my ability to relate to or to trust other people, and has also affected my ability to ever feel any real kind of love or empathy towards others. I will spend the rest of my life at an increased risk of further injury, in a state of constant discomfort, knowing that my emotional issues are near enough unrepairable. Bullying can do so much to damage a life, even if you think it's just a bit of fun or it won't hurt anyone. Please, learn from what I've been through. Learn from what I have to deal with for the rest of my life. Just because someone looks normal on the outside doesn't mean that they're not hurting or injured on the inside. If you're experiencing any kind of bullying or prejudicial behaviour, tell someone about it. Try to get help. Don't suffer alone or in silence, even if I did. In ending, I would like to thank you all for watching this video all the way to the end and for listening to my story. All I ask of you in return is to take heed of what I've said, appreciate that I've shared all these things with you, and please be awesome to everyone, not just your friends and family. And most of all, stay groovy.